Have you ever thought about how one night, one decision, or even one moment can completely change multiple lives forever? My name is Teresa Richardson, and today I will be talking about the Netflix documentary, The Crash. I chose this topic because I have always been interested in true crime cases and how investigators use evidence to figure out what really happened. I enjoy learning how details connect together and how different people can look at the same evidence and come to different conclusions. I think this topic is important because it shows how quickly a normal situation can turn into a tragedy that affects families, friends, and entire communities. Today, I will explain what happened the night of the crash, the investigation and court case that followed, and the public's reaction and emotional impact of the case. First, I would like to discuss what happened the night of the crash. The Netflix documentary, The Crash, tells the story of a fatal car accident that occurred on July the 31st, 2022 in Strongsville, Ohio. 17-year-old Mackenzie Shirilla was driving a Toyota Camry with her boyfriend, Dominique Russo, and their friend, Davion Flanagan, in the car. According to the documentary, the vehicle was traveling at extremely high speed, close to 100 miles per hour, before crashing directly into a brick building. The impact was devastating. Both Dominique Russo and Davion Flanagan lost their lives in the crash, while Mackenzie Shirilla survives. Because she was the only survivor, many questions immediately arose about what happened that night. Investigators, families, and the public all wanted to know whether the crash was simply a tragic accident or something else. My second main point is the investigation and court case. After the crash, investigators carefully reviewed evidence to determine what led to the collision. According to the crash, they explained driving information, witness statement, and other evidence surrounding the case. Prosecutors argued that Mackenzie intentionally drove the vehicle into the building. They pointed to the speed of the vehicle and the fact that there was no evidence of braking before the impact. The defense argued something very different. They claimed that Mackenzie may have suffered from a medical condition that could have caused her to lose consciousness or lose control of the vehicle. However, the courts ultimately did not find enough evidence to support that explanation. Mackenzie Shirilla was convicted and sentenced to 2 life sentences with the possibility of parole. Even after the trial, many people continue to debate whether the crash was intentional or accidental. My third and final point is the public's reaction and emotional impact of the case. One of the most powerful parts of the documentary is seeing the effect the tragedy had on families involved. The families of Dominique Russo and Davion Flanagan were left grieving the loss of 2 young lives, searching for answers. The case also gained widespread attention on social media. Many people followed the trial and shared their opinion online. Some believe the evidence clearly showed the crash was intentional, while others believe there were still unanswered questions. The documentary demonstrates how one event can impact not only people directly involved, but also entire communities. It also shows how public opinion can become divided when people interpret every evidence differently. In conclusion, the crash tells the story of a deadly car accident involving Mackenzie Shirella, the investigation and the trial that followed, and the emotional impact it had on families and the public. Today, I explain what happened the night of the crash, the investigation and court case, and the public reaction to the tragedy. This case reminds us that one moment can completely change multiple lives forever. It also shows the importance of evidence when trying to understand the truth about what happened. Thank you.